Thanks for joining us for KBOI 2 News Midday. I'm Kelsey Anderson. Now to your top 11 stories at 11 o'clock. Fireworks sales start today ahead of the 4th of July. And with this comes a warning. In Boise, it's legal to buy fireworks from now until midnight July 5th. But given the extra hot weather, the Boise Fire Department is reminding us that it's illegal and dangerous to light fireworks in the foothills. Also, make sure to store them out of children's reach. Always have water handy, and only adults should light fireworks. With major wildfires burning in California and Alaska, the national wildfire preparedness level increased. Fire managers at Boise's National Interagency Fire Center have just raised the alert status to a 3 out of 5. And fire managers here say with the triple-digit heat that's coming our way, fire conditions in our area are about 2 to 3 weeks ahead of schedule.
With the temperatures on the rise, the hot and dry temperatures we have coming up in the next week, things are going to start to get more active. Our assets are going to be in more and more demand.
Some 7,600 firefighters are already battling blazes around the country. The rising temperatures make a dangerous job, even more so because of their non-breathable protective clothing. And with the temperatures heating up, we have a warning about your vehicles. Tire experts are saying they've seen an uptick in overheated engines and blown tires. At Big O Tires in Boise, employees say they've seen at least a dozen blown tires from the hot weather.
Age and heat are two killers of tires. The air is going to get hot and expand.
He says the key to avoiding blowouts is making sure your tire pressure matches up with the vehicle's recommendation. You can usually find that on the driver door. Also, make sure your coolant isn't low to avoid engine trouble. The Seattle attorney handling the growing list of lawsuits from the Boise Co-op says a third has been filed in the case. William Marler says he's moving to have all of those suits consolidated into one. Marler also says he's getting calls from people who were sickened with salmonella after eating food sold at the Boise Co-op kiosk at the airport. Boise County officials have identified the man found dead at Arrow Rock Reservoir. Officials say they recovered the body of Mark David Levi Miller from a pickup found in the water. Miller was wanted in connection with an arson investigation in Boise. And heads up hunters, anyone who applied for controlled hunts can now check online to see whether they were successful in the computerized drawing. That drawing results can be found on the Idaho Fish and Game website. You can just use your hunting license number to log in and find out. If you don't have access to the internet, postcards will be mailed to successful applicants by July 10th. The Idaho Transportation Department is hosting 2 open houses to get public response on a long-term plan to improve Highway 2026 from Eagle Road to I-84 in Caldwell. The first open house is tonight at the Thomas Jefferson Charter School. That address is 1209 Adam Smith Avenue in Caldwell. The second is Thursday at the Ambrose School in Meridian. That's at 6100 North Locust Grove. Both open houses will run from 5 until 7 p.m. and they'll both offer identical information. New England quarterback Tom Brady is in court right now appealing his 4-game suspension in the wake of Deflategate. The NFL penalized Brady back in May and fined his team $1 million after finding footballs were deflated during the AFC Championship game. League Commissioner Roger Goodell presides over that hearing. And an executive for the airbag maker Takata is expected to testify in Congress today. This comes a day after a report came out blaming the company for ignoring safety warnings. Investigators found Takata put crucial safety inspections on hold and failed to respond to other concerns over potential problems. But Takata officials say the report contained a number of inaccuracies and relied on documents that were, quote, taken out of context and that create, quote, a false impression. Airbags made from that company have been found to explode and send shrapnel into drivers or passengers. And General Mills is removing artificial colors and flavors from its cereals. It's the latest company to respond to customer demand for natural ingredients. Trix and Reese's Puffs will be among the first cereals to undergo those changes. growing grapevines without water. The drought in California is now forcing winemakers in California to do just that. But how do they do it? We'll have an in-depth report coming up in just minutes.